Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of what I prepped today. So you know by now that we get buku cardboard that I clean and use under my wood chips, and that's, you know, lasagna gardening, back to Eden gardening, whatever you want to call it. It's very beneficial. It uses the cardboard, it feeds and attracts earthworms to your garden, and it biodegrades and just builds better soil. So that's a big part of the, my gardening and what I do and what I like to do. And anybody who knows me will tell you that I kind of recycle, reduce, and reuse everything that I can. If I know people who their kid outgrows a coat, they throw it away. My kid outgrows a coat, I see if somebody else can use it, or I donate it. Anyway. So I actually got a crap ton of cardboard. I couldn't fit any more in here. And now that it's settled a little bit, I got some space at the top. But when you get these out of a dumpster, there's a lot you can't reach, which is a reason that we kind of have this big long hook in there to get some more. But we had, reached all we could for today. So normally, and that's the only reason I go in the dumpster. I don't go in the regular dumpster of a store that a dumpster diver would want to salvage items. I only go in the recycled ones. In other words, the ones that hold the cardboard. So I don't normally find things in the dumpsters that are being thrown out by the store. But today I did. So when we pulled out this box, it was heavy, and that's common. I've found dead fish. I have found just, sweeper bags, full, where people have thrown the wrong item into the recycling. So when I pulled this one out today, it had other boxes in it, so I just put it on the truck bed tailgate to take the little boxes out, because if there's plastic in there, I throw it away. And if there's broken styrofoam, sticking with static cling to a box, I just throw the whole box away. I just don't want the little pieces of styrofoam here. And then I saw what this was, so let me show you. It was just a bunch of product. Now, I'd really rather not tell you the name of the pet store, and I'm not going to tell you what city it was in, because I'm not a dumpster diving channel, and I just don't want to get any managers in trouble if anything like that would happen. So right here is Heart's Delectables Lickable Treats with chicken and veggies, 1.4 ounce stew. And the best by date is 2 years out. Normally, if you see a dumpster diving channel and they have things, they're throwing them out because they're recycled. So I really don't know why these items got thrown out. And there's a box of, it looks like about 10 or 12 there, and there's 2 boxes. Now, I don't have a cat, and we don't have a cat since our feral passed. He's at the Rainbow Bridge waiting on us. So I have some people who have a cat that I know. I know people who have cats that I would give these items to, but they live over an hour away, and my niece has a beautiful cat named Prada, and also has a problem with feral cats outside, and there's so many of them, and the wrong thing to do is to feed them. However, she does, and I guess that makes them her cats now, according to the law, but whatever. So her cat Prada is pretty picky, but I'm going to go ahead and give these all to her to see if her cat likes them. And then in there was 2 of these items, it looks like. Well, actually, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's Kong Refillables Premium Catnip. Oh my gosh, the cat's going to go crazy with these. So there's those. There's 4 of those. And then right here we have a nail trimmer that I'm assuming is for a cat, because it's too small for a dog, unless you have a tiny dog. And then a soft, slicker brush. That great for cat coats. Then there is Pet Link's Cutie Mouse with feathers there. And then this, she probably would not use this for her cat because it would make her cat mad, and she doesn't like to make her cat mad. She's like, it's a small, tiny sized Outward Hound Fun Feeder Slow Bowl. I love these slow bowls. We have used these for our dogs, but once we switched to raw, it got too much to clean them, and I don't have a dishwasher. So we did stop using those. However, what we do now is we feed them their raw, which just looks like ground beef, and then we put spoons in it. So they have to eat around the spoons. And then in there was also a dog collar, size large. That's pretty nice. It's bright, shiny blue. I was just going to get some new dog collars, and I won't use this for my dog. It's not that I wouldn't, it's just that I won't, simply because I already know what kind I want. They are, there's a company called Tactipup, and that's where I want to get ours from, because that's where my daughters are from, and they're amazing. You can put those little Velcro flags on them and everything. They really look cool. And then here's another dog collar. It's purple. It's beautiful. It's a medium. I might actually let my grandson take this one because his favorite color is purple, and that might fit his puppy. And actually, he can take both of those. And then right here we have this medium tie-out cable, which that's really nice. I kind of like that. My son wanted to put a tie-out cable for our dogs, and I really wasn't liking that because I like having the dogs fenced, because around here I wouldn't want them to get hit, and I wouldn't want somebody to get angry that my dog was on their property, perhaps causing damage and maybe get hurt. And definitely, of course, you don't want to fine either. My niece's beautiful, friendly dog got loose, and it was beat to death by the neighbor. It was a very friendly dog, but here in Pennsylvania, you can kill anyone's animal that is on your property if you just say you were scared. Yeah, scared of a cat? Kill it if it's on your property. It's ridiculous. And yes, there were court things over that, and it was the owner that got fined, because as a pet owner, you must keep your animal confined to your own property, period. Nothing else was said. I mean, the dog, it was sad. He was beat to death. I mean, if you're scared of the dog, how you gonna beat it to death? You hit it one time in the head with a baseball bat, it's running away crying. But sorry about that. Okay, and then right here we have a 7-day dewormer. I don't know what the main ingredient is in here, but it's good for tapeworms, roundworms, and hookworms. Oh, praziquantel and pyrantel pamuate, common wormers. Not a bad product, I suppose. And then the last thing we have here, this would have been a shorter video if I didn't digress about the dog that got killed. So these are Colorful Springs cat toy. Very interesting. And there's 3 in that box. Oh, no, it says a 10-pack. Okay, there's a 10, that's a 10-pack, and there's 3 in there and 3 in there. So really what I'm going to do is just go ahead and see what my grandson can use for his puppy, what my niece wants for hers, and then we'll probably just donate the rest to a shelter. And that's it. And I thought, wow, that's amazing. You know, I have not ever found items like this in a cardboard dumpster before. So, and it's like, I don't know if these were returns. I don't know. It just looked like, I used to be a merchandiser. So I would go in and it would be the greeting cards merchandiser. So, even if things were new, we would store them under the rack. And if it were no longer being sold, occasionally you would go through and clean out the under rack and throw things away. So these could perhaps be things they aren't selling anymore. I really don't know. They could be returns that they don't allow to be put on the shelf, which I kind of doubt that because of this packaging here. But who knows? It was just something that's found. Let me know if you have ever found anything looking for something else. But I really wonder how many of my subscribers actually look in dumpsters for anything. If you are on Facebook, do a search on Marketplace for dog food. You will find people selling brand new dog food, some taped closed, some like that, for next to nothing. And those are usually people who get them out of dumpsters because they have expired or they fell apart in the store or something like that. Now, we don't feed kibble, but even if we did, I'm not sure I would trust that, just because, you know, what if they did something to it? That's my paranoia setting in. But really, if they're wanting to sell it, they're not going to do anything to it and poison an animal just to get a bad reputation, because they're not going to be able to sell anymore. Anyway, I don't know. So let me know your experience with dumpster diving, and what did you prep today? Thanks for watching, everyone, and be blessed.